All right, football fans, welcome back into another episode of Between the Posters. Money to be made before the international break, and Matt and I are going to give them to you right here. I'm Jason Mass, of course. He's Matt. How's it going, man?
It's going well, man. I love this card. This looks like a fantastic one. Of course, this kind of always happens. Like, there's this great card, and then we have an international break, so we can't like follow up with another, consistent card. But I love this one, so let's get it.
Yeah, we've got lots of good winners to give these people. A reminder, everybody, we're sponsored by BetUS. Great sportsbook. Go ahead and check them out. In this video description, you can go ahead and find a referral to go ahead and sign up. Great sign-up bonus. Great sign-up bonus. Just sign up just to take that free money. It's a 150% deposit match. So just take that free money, use your cryptocurrency, and get some great odds and great lines along the way. Let's go ahead and recap match week number 10. I'll go ahead and start off another profitable week at the Premier League. You've heard that here before. In fact, you've heard that 8 other, or I guess that'd be 9 times. I haven't been profitable one time. Profitable again last week. Leicester, Arsenal under 2.5 made me sweat, gave me a heart attack, made me sweat that for a good 65 minutes. West Ham on that draw, no bet. That was a winner. Chelsea win 0. That was a no sweat winner. And then Wolves, Everton, both teams to score. The only thing that let me down last week was your Liverpool and Manchester City. They could not get the job done. But otherwise, another profitable week for me. What about you? I know you hit the banker.
That's what it's all about. The banker came in. Yeah, it was pretty simple. Fade Norwich, you win. Huge win for Leeds, though. I mean, and then just to tickle in the under 4.5 just to get plus 150 out of it was huge. So, yeah, I mean that was a 3-unit scoop. So I'm very happy about that. I did end up playing some Liverpool win to nil. That lost, but then I played some Wolves on Monday. So really, I went 2-1, and I made about 3 units. So I was really, really happy about it.
Were you on the Wolves, Everton, both teams to score? Or did you get the Wolves on the winner?
I was just Wolves on the winner. I
Nice.
did I did some Wolves money line and Wolves minus a quarter, split the stakes up, and I hit it like because I was kind of late to it because I had work, but I checked it. I was like, looked at the lineups. I was like, it was the 5th minute. I was okay. I'm hitting Wolves here. I love play.
They crushed them. I mean, watch that entire game, and they could have had 3-4 nothing up at halftime, and they were absolutely all over Everton. I was excited to see dominated them.
They did.
All right, let's go ahead and jump on in this slate of games. As you said, it looks like a really good card. I know we've both got several official plays that we'll go ahead and reveal later, but let's go ahead and run through it right now. First, let's start off with that Southampton versus Villa game. Why don't you go ahead and kick off the discussion first for us?
So yeah, Southampton. They come in. They've been able to pick up some results, and it's pretty impressive. Like they're very solid at the back, and I mean, yeah, when you're looking at Villa, kind of inconsistent. This was one that I really had nothing on. This was a very easy pass for me. Couple good managers going head to head here. I could see a draw very easily. I would
Mm-hmm.
probably, if I had to pick it, I would go right down the middle and take the biggest price, which is the draw.
Yeah, I think the reason why you're conflicted on is kind of the same reason I'm conflicted on. I mean, you look at the Southampton team at home, they've cashed under 2.5 in 4 of their 5 games, but Villa on away fixtures has cashed over 2.5 in 4 of their 5 fixtures. So really two contradicting, styles and results kind of going head to head here, and it makes it kind of tough on what to give up. Southampton, their football, I haven't caught all their games. I've caught a few of them. It just hasn't been inspiring. Haven't really enjoyed watching them. And Villa's on a terrible slide, losing to West Ham 4-1. I know they got a red card, but they were obviously down before that red card. So I'm with you. When you got two kind of, you can't really decide. You got this under going up against an over. It's just really tough for me. Again, we both agree that there's so many other good spots on this, so went ahead and left it alone right there. And I'm with you, though. I think a draw does look like the best thing to come from here. So let's go ahead and now move it over to Saturday morning. It's the first game of the Saturday morning. It's the Manchester Derby. It's Manchester United versus Manchester City. I always struggle with this fixture, and United actually generally has the better upper hand. They've won 3 of the last 4 in the Premier League. The other one was a draw, so City hasn't even been getting them in the league. They've been getting them in the EFL Cup, but not in the Premier League. Ole's been able to push the right buttons. Under 2.5 is cashed in the last 5 head-to-head. That includes Premier League and EFL Cup. The last 5 have also not seen both teams a score. Generally, you've seen clean sheets in this picture as well, so You throw form out the window. Form obviously helps when you get up into these big clubs, but I generally throw it out the window. Although they both do come in with good form. City on that nice bounce back midweek, and Manchester United able to scrape a point on the road in Champions League. That's always a good result on the road in Champions League. So anything can happen. I lean under though. Under 2.5 would be my lean in this one. What about for you, Matt?
I would be on the opposite. I know that it's a top six clash, but I cannot get my head out of okay. Varane is out for this. This is big time miss. We saw what happened when he was out. When Liverpool came into town, now you get a similar type of explosive offense here. Um, United are a clear cut over team. Like I can see Ronaldo getting on and scoring, and wow, I mean, what a performance, by the way, by Manchester United. I mean, again, they just play awful, but somehow scrape something in the Champions League. I mean, it's amazing how they continue to get results for Ole when his back is against the wall. But again, I mean, this is a different animal here, and I feel like I have lost on this play a couple times by taking City in this head to head, but I've got to take the better team here. I don't care that it's on the road. It's a big time match, but I just don't like what I'm seeing from Manchester United. There are just question marks everywhere for me. And when you're coming up against a solid defense like City has and their amazing attack, it's really tough. So I've gone with City and over 1.5 goals here. I think there's goals in this game, and I think that City win the match.
Painful for me to hear that, but I do agree with that. City's obviously the better team, and don't care where this game's being played. City will beat them, I think, anywhere. So I certainly agree with that. Let's move it on now. Where we got and we got this West Ham game coming up. Eric Brown, got your question there. We'll get to West Ham here in a second. We got Brentford versus Norwich. Norwich scored. How about that? Norwich finally found the back of the net. But, of course, they still lost. They're still doing Norwich things, which is picking up 0 points so far in the Premier League. They've scored 0 points in their away fixtures so far this season. They're not doing anything. They're absolutely terrible. I like Brentford in this. Is that a big shocker? Who doesn't like Brentford in this fixture? I like Brentford to win, but I'm not going to go there because I got better value on their team total. So, to me, it's Brentford team total over 1.5 goals at minus 128 at home against Norwich. I mean, what more can you say? No, Brentford will be finding the back of the net multiple times.
I love that. Yeah, I think that Brentford's team total looks really good. I've gone with Brentford and under 4.5 goals here at minus 125. I'm almost more scared about the 4.5 than Brentford. I just hope they don't completely rout them, 5-0 and there's some kind of fluky red card or something. But I just think that, at home, Brentford are a little bit more expansive. It's a tough place to go play. Like, good luck, Norwich. If you're watching this video, I would try and find a way to get Brentford in any way, shape, or form. In a parlay, they're a beautiful parlay piece. You can match them with some other teams around Europe. Brentford win this game. I think this game stays under the number. I think this is like a 2-0, 3-0, 4-0. Maybe it's a 3-1. Brentford win, and it stays under 4.5.
I'm on that Brentford team total, as I said, and I'm trying to decide if I'm also going to pull the trigger on Norwich team total under 0.5 at plus 130. I've been riding this the past few weeks. Didn't do it last week, laid off against Leeds, but have been playing it from time to time and getting cashes, and they're always at plus money. Norwich just isn't scoring. Everything you said is accurate. Brentford will win. I don't know. We'll see if I go ahead and pull a trigger on that Norwich team total. I love plus money bets. Love them. Love them. All right, let's keep the discussion going right now, and let's look at Chelsea versus Burnley. I'm going to keep riding Chelsea clean sheets. I mean, that's all they keep doing is getting clean sheets, and they even get them in this fixture. They got 3 straight clean sheets up against Burnley, although Burnley did give me the big FU this week, and I can sit here each and every single week and I say, Burnley can't score, Burnley can't score. They said, hey, we'll get 3 of them suckers by halftime up against Brentford. So, yeah, they've rolled. They absolutely spoiled my under 2.5 bet last week, and, yeah, Burnley found the back of the net. But this is Chelsea, folks. You don't score on Chelsea. You just don't do it. I got Chelsea to keep a clean sheets at minus 126. Chelsea win to nils at minus 122. So, again, give me a slight worse on return payout. I do think Burnley's still a good, tough defensive team. Of course, I think Chelsea can get one by, but at minus 122, minus 126, I'll just say Chelsea's on the clean sheet because that's the thing I feel extremely confident about. What about for you?
Same type of bet, just a slightly different angle. Chelsea and under 3.5 goals here. It looks great. It looks too good to be true. I really like the under 2.5. Like if I were to take something and not do a combination bet, it would be under 2.5 here. I mean, I don't see how Burnley score, and I believe that Burnley can at least. The thing is I don't love Chelsea's offense at all. I mean, look at them. They only score one against Malmo in the midweek. Like Chelsea, the one thing that's I guess would scare me on the flip side is I hope that Chelsea does take care of business like they have been doing, but they're making it not that easy. They're grinding these results out, but that's the kind of machine that Thomas Tuchel has really put together here. This is a really good play, Chelsea, and under 3.5 goals. I love it.
Yeah, without Lukaku, I love that under 3.5. They're just not finding the back. They don't have anybody clinical. I mean, you saw the chances against Malmo. They had double-digit chances and just nobody clinical enough. So I think under 3.5 will come in. It could be a touch sweaty, as you know, you're at that 2-goal lead, but then you still got a goal cushion. So no, I like where your head's at right there. What do you think about Palace versus Wolves?
Palace and Wolves. Yeah, I like the over. I like all matches right now with Wolves overs. They're scoring goals, and they didn't keep a clean sheet against Everton. And the thing is, I like Palace's offense right now. I think that Palace can score as well. I mean, I could easily see both teams to score coming in here. But yeah, I've just gone with the more pragmatic route and just gone over 2.25. And I found it at a plus price. I was shocked. I really was shocked. I thought that this would be priced at 2.5, or maybe it would be a very juicy 2.25. When I saw this, I had to gobble it up. I have a very good feeling this line is going to move.
Yeah, we're both generally speaking on the same play, which goes against history though, because the last 4 head-to-heads have seen somebody win to nil, and the last 7 head-to-heads have all cashed under 2.5. But I think you got to take more into account current form, which is exactly what you're saying. I mean, Wolves absolutely.
New manager.
Yeah, and the new manager, Vieira too as well. So yeah, let's not look at past history. Sometimes it's nice to lean on some history and some trends, but I don't think it's the end-all, be-all. Matt sees goals. I also see goals. I got both teams to score at -106. Going to run back the same bet from Wolves versus Everton. Everton maybe got a touch lucky, but I think Palace is in a lot better spot right now. I mean, Everton is just flat out struggling right now. Palace is the better team, coming in with a lot of confidence, knocking off City, 10-men City, still getting the job done. So I'm with you. There will be goals being scored. I think both teams will find the back of the net. So you're on the overs, and I'm on both teams to score at -106. Let's go ahead and look here at, let's see, you got Brighton versus Newcastle. What do you think, Matt?
So I think that Brighton end up winning the match, but I don't think the odds were very good. But yeah, I don't really trust Newcastle right now to go and score against Brighton. I was looking at both teams to score. It's right around evens. And I've loved Newcastle to score kind of bets, and it does set up to be one where Brighton are going to dominate possession, and Newcastle are going to be able to do what they like to do and try and hit them on the break. So it does set up for both teams to score potentially, but just nothing that I really loved. There was a couple options. It was both teams to score, or it was some way to get Brighton on side. I just thought there was some lower hanging fruit on the card that I went with, but it's a match that I would really like to watch and could get involved in play. I love betting soccer in play. It's kind of my niche, honestly. It's my favorite thing to do. So if I'm watching this one, I'll be trying to find some type of angle like that. But yeah, just on a Thursday, it's really tough for me to decipher what is the best play here.
Yeah, I think hopefully I've got a good play and a winner for everybody. I was impressed by Brighton, obviously last week against Anfield. I mean, how many teams, maybe they said it during the fixture and I didn't hear it, but I bet not many teams have been down 2-0 at Anfield and been able to claw their way back in a result. That was really impressive. I mean, the first goal was an absolute wonder goal right there outside the top of the box and getting it up over Alisson, so give him credit, wonder goal right there. But they still got the job done. I mean, they held Anfield Liverpool without a goal the rest of the way after being up 2-0. Very, very impressive. Meanwhile, Newcastle looked terrible against Chelsea. Okay, that's Chelsea, but no manager bump, right? We always talk about you get a new manager, you get a little bit of a bump. They've just got a win, or they've got a loss and a draw. Performances haven't been all that inspiring. I think that's kind of plays into your part of maybe why you're put off pre-match of Newcastle scoring. I'm with you though. Brighton should certainly win this game. I think Brighton scores multiple goals, and I went back to their team total just like Brentford and their team total. I got Brighton team total over 1.5 goals at -128. To your point, I think they'll have the large part of possession. I think they'll easily find 2 goals at some point in that. And at -128, I'm rolling with that team total.
I love that. I think that is the best way to go. Just take just take Newcastle out of this
Exactly.
match. Look at their defense. They're terrible. Brighton's at home. They create chances. As long as they're just halfway clinical, they
Hmm.
should score 2 goals here.
Yeah, yeah, I like that as well. What do you think about Arsenal versus Watford? I mean, obviously, I think it's an Arsenal straight win, but what do you think?
Yeah, it should be a straight win for Arsenal. I couldn't find the value. I mean, it's just I don't really want to back Arsenal at this kind of price in any way. I mean, Watford have been having some funky results. Ranieri can pull a rabbit out of a hat. There could be goals. This could be tight. This was a clear pass for me.
Clear pass. I like the halftime full time at plus 110 only because it came in at plus money. If you don't get this bet at plus money, don't have any touch of it. But at plus money, Arsenal at home. Everything you said though about Ranieri is certainly true, but I think Arsenal can do it. They only have the league to focus on. Obviously, this season, I absolutely love that because look, their form is outstanding. Obviously, since August 21st, they've yet to drop a game. I think they can get it done. I think they can squeak by with a halftime full time result at plus money. It was of my. I think I'll reveal 5 or 6 plays later on. This was definitely the weakest of the 5 or 6. But I still love it enough at plus money to go ahead and put my money behind it. So Arsenal will get the job done here up against Watford. All right, next one we got here is Everton versus Tottenham. What about Tottenham? Are they going to get a manager bounce here with Conte coming in? What do you think there?
I know when I was looking at this, I was like the first thing is I thought about is like I don't want anything to do with this, and then I realized that you know Conte's going to be in there. I'm going to probably find a way to get Spurs on side today in the Conference League. And that first manager bounce, I think that they might be worth, including in some type of parlay or something. I think they win. I think that Conte does his job today, gets that first win under his belt. But in this one, I don't know. It's two teams that I really don't want to get involved with. If I had to play it, it would only be Spurs. It would only be Spurs.
Hmm.
Everton leaking goals. Yeah, tricky one for me. I'll take a look at lineups. Maybe I'll probably be watching this game just to watch Conte's Premier League debut or his second, third, whatever debut. But yeah, I think that they should have enough.
Think they should have enough? Yeah, I
They
struggle.
should have enough.
I struggle a lot in terms of trying to find a result in this game, but I did struggle trying to find goals. I think one of the first thing a new manager tries to come in is, well, the other guy got fired because they were giving up too many goals, and we already know Conte's defensive style coming from the Italian Serie A, what have you. So I think they're going to be pretty damn defensive in this game. He's going to want to get out some sort of result, not going to give up goals like Nuno Santos did. So I'm expecting a very low-scoring game. You combine with how I think Tottenham will set up their philosophy, with how Everton just isn't scoring goals. I mean, they kind of got lucky against Wolves. We cashed that both teams to score a bet, but he had a long-range shot, be blocked by a defender, and just falls to a Iwobi, and he kicks it past the goalkeeper. So got lucky to cash that. Everton is not scoring goals. Tottenham's not scoring goals. With how I think they'll come up defensively, everybody in this fixture looks really bad. Both teams, I think under 2.5 will come in and cash, and you can get that at
So
minus 130.
too. I agree. Like I think that would have to be the way to look because if you are basically you take a bet on the managers, not the players, but the managers, and both managers are extremely pragmatic when you're looking at Rafa Benitez and Conte. The first thing that Conte wants to do when he comes in is solidify this team. Try and keep it tight. Don't allow an easy, cheap goal. That would be a good angle, Jason. I think that that's probably the best one. Two very defensive-minded managers.
Yeah, that's not on my card, but I could see that getting on my card here at the end of the day right here. All right, I really just want to see what lineup he puts out today in that conference thingy, and then bet under 2.5 depending on what that lineup looks like and how I can project out what I guess would be the Sunday lineup.
Yep.
All right, what about Leeds and Leicester? What do you think about this fixture?
Pretty easy pass. I think that Leicester should have enough. I mean, they should be able to take care of Leeds right now, the way that it is. But Leeds are at home here, right? This is at Leeds, and that's what makes it a little bit tough. Um, yeah, I think that Leicester draw no bet is safe, but it's not a great price, and Leeds just at least got a W. I mean, Rafinha is brilliant; he can win a match on his own. I think the best way is just to leave this game alone, but could see goals, could see Leicester draw no bet come in, but yeah, I just didn't have enough confidence in it.
I went back to last season's moneymaker with Leeds. I went both teams to score and over 2.5. Neither one of these defenses is good enough. I think both of these teams have enough offensively to score multiple goals. There's going to be goals. Both teams to score and over 2.5 has also cashed in the last 3 head-to-head fixtures amongst these two teams. Leeds isn't back by any stretch, after beating Norwich, because everybody beats Norwich. But at least now you can start to get some confidence, right? That was a big win for them. They're in 17th place. They needed those 3 points, and they have the attacking prowess to always kind of get it going. We haven't seen it, but against a Leicester team that's been giving up goals, this is one where both teams can find the back of the net. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to last year's both teams to score in over 2.5 and got that at minus 112.
I agree with you, Jason. I like the plays that you're coming up with right now on the show are brilliant. They have been for 9 out of the 10 weeks.
I know.
I think that is the best angle. I mean, the head-to-heads. But then when you look at Leicester are leaking goals. Leeds got scored on by Norwich last week. So, come on. That is the best angle. Is don't pick a side. It could even be you could get a juicy price on both teams to score in Leicester. But I think that's the best angle. Both teams score over 2.5.
All right, the last fixture before we turn our attention to international break is West Ham Liverpool. We got our guy Eric chiming in with this one. Eric wants to know, man, West Ham in regulation? Break his heart. Break his heart because he's a Liverpool fan. Break his heart. Break Eric's heart.
I don't see West Ham winning this match. I don't. I mean, Liverpool are a machine right now. This is going to be one of the tougher matches, though, that they have all season. It could be harder than going to Old Trafford, Jason.
Will be.
It will be.
Will be.
So
keep in mind, we both made money off that. I made money fading Manchester United. So yeah.
I know. But I still have to. I'll continue to dig on that for a long time.
That's right.
So, I could see West Ham scoring without a doubt. I could, but I think that Liverpool are just in this zone right now that there is no way that you want to step in front of them. You cannot bet against Liverpool right now. I don't care what the price is, like whatever. I don't think you can do it. I really like. You might get lucky every once in a while betting against them, like last week. If you had Brighton on your card, like, good job, because that is a lot of luck involved. I think, to be fair, and this one's gonna be tough. But I think that Liverpool win. I think that they've been really good at West Ham over the years. They're in fine form. It's going to be Jota up top. Firmino got a little slight injury. Hopefully they throw out a good midfield like Thiago, Fabinho. They were in the midweek, so. Boom, Liverpool and over 1.5 goals here. I think that they win this. I can see West Ham scoring, so I don't want to be on any kind of unders in this match at all, the way that Liverpool are scoring goals for fun. West Ham are scoring goals for fun. I think Liverpool take care of business, though.
I mean, you should feel good, right? Liverpool's won the last 4 head-to-heads. While I think this will be a fascinating, entertaining match, I'm not betting against Liverpool, to your point, but I'm also not betting on Liverpool on this game because I think West Ham can actually give them a real fight. I think they have some of that physicality that can kind of get some of their forwards off the spot and, make them feel a little bit uncomfortable. Not enough to actually predict West Ham to win the game or anything like that, but I think that both teams can find the back of the net with Antonio and Fornals and Bowen. I think that's enough around. It's going to be tight. But,
I agree.
Fact is, Brighton got 2 goals. Yeah, one of them was a wonder goal, but they were able to get 2 goals against a Liverpool back line that once you saw it, I couldn't get that win to nil bet in fast enough when I saw that back 4. So West Ham can do it. I don't feel confident picking a winner on this one. I actually predicted this on the NBC Sports Predictor app, a 1-1 draw, because I think West Ham has it. At home, physicality, think they can do it. Think they can push them around, make them feel uncomfortable enough. But to your point, I wouldn't put any actual money on that because Liverpool's an absolutely train wreck right now in terms of a good train wreck, in terms of just wrecking teams. So, it'd be impossible to bet against Liverpool not doing it. Your bet's even got to feel any good because you've got your Liverpool hiccup out of the way against Brighton, so that's even going to make you feel any good. So I would lean Liverpool, but I would just lean both teams to score. I think both teams to score will find the back of the net in this fixture. All right, let's give the people our official winners. We'll let Matt go ahead and run through his first. How are we making money this weekend, Matt? Oh, that's the wrong one.
So we're going to
There we go.
Yep. So it's going to be City against Man U. I think that City win. I think that the game has goals in it. I really think that the game has goals in it. Brentford dispatch of a lowly Norwich side, and I think that the game should just be tight enough to stay under that 4.5. Chelsea, staple diet here. Chelsea and under 3.5 goals. It should be a bet every week. Wolves and Palace. I thought that this line was far too low. To get this at odds against shocked me, to be honest. I thought that this should have been over 2.25 at -125. So I would not be shocked if that one moves, folks. I would probably grab that one now. Liverpool and over 1.5 for the reasons I just talked about. I think that they like playing against West Ham. This is a very strong West Ham team, but I find it tough for any team right now to stop Liverpool from scoring multiple goals in a match. So if I think that Liverpool is going to score 2, I would like to think that Virgil and Allison and co. can keep out 2, but they have been conceding against Brighton and Atleti and stuff like that. So it's
Help me out here. I'm not as good. Obviously, you've given out multiple of these bets, and I've been meaning to ask you. Which is with that Asian line, I'm just not as good. 2.25 means if 2 goals hits, you lose something. I know you don't
half
lose it
your
all.
stake. You would lose half your stake. So, like, let's say I have $100 on over 2.25. Then it would be a $50 loss on that.
And is 3 goals a full win? Is 3 goals a full win?
3 goals is a full win, and I would win, 1.05 units on it.
Okay. All right, cool. I'm going to be on that Brentford team total over 1.5 goals at -128. Just like Matt said, an automatic belt with Chelsea under 3.5. I think them to keep a clean sheet is right there up there with an automatic bet at -126. Wolves and Palace, both teams will score at -106. Brighton will get up over 2 goals in their team total at -128. Arsenal on that halftime, full-time at plus money at +110. And Leeds and Lester, both teams will score at over 2.5 at -112. I'm just so pumped for this week. I mean, I couldn't get these bets in fast enough. I couldn't get them in fast enough.
Yeah, I love them, Jason. I think that we've got a really good card.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually rob a couple of yours. I'm probably gonna throw in that Everton Tottenham under 2.5 as well. So should be a good match week number. Huh?
I'm robbing a couple of years. I think I'm robbing a couple of years too. Leeds, Lester. Brighton team total. Those are like the 2 ones that I really like on your card. I like Brentford team total as well. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of good plays.
Get these bets in, folks. We appreciate the comments. We appreciate the likes along the way. Enjoy match week number one. Enjoy match week number 11. Go ahead. Don't forget to check out BetUS. Good luck with your bets. Unless you're fading us, not sure why you'd be fading us. All we're doing is giving out winners every single week. Come back next week, or in 2 weeks actually, and get some more winners. But get these in, folks. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you back here in a couple weeks, Matt.
Cheers, Jason.